Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to break down something pretty cool, the evolution of a legal tech platform called APPPROPRO. We're going to see how it went from a simple tool for proving something happened to a full-blown engine for trust and settlement. Let's get into it. All right, so here's the game plan. We're going to start at the beginning with the original blueprint. Then we'll look at how they built a real foundation of proof, how they started automating the evidence gathering, and how they built a safe bridge to crypto. And then we'll see how it all comes together to create this complete trust engine. So let's rewind a bit. Before all the fancy new upgrades, what was APPR Pro version 1 even designed to do? Well, at its core, it was all about one thing, creating a public verification layer. The original idea, it was actually really simple but powerful. They used the blockchain for what it's amazing at, creating a permanent, time-stamped record. Think of it like a giant shared journal that anyone can check. It was just there to prove that an action happened and when it happened. The key thing, though, is that it didn't touch the money. All the cash still moved through normal, regulated payment systems like your bank. And to make that model work, they had to be crystal clear about these boundaries. The platform was a legal tech tool for proof, and that's it. It was absolutely not a bank, not a broker, not any kind of financial advisor. Now, this gave it a really clean compliance setup, but it also created limits. To build a truly complete system for trust, from start to finish, it had to become more than just a verification tool.
So that need for something more, it really sparked a fundamental shift. The platform had to move beyond just simple proof of action and build a much, much stronger foundation, a complete evidence system.
And this is really where you see the system grow up. It went from just creating what's called a hash, basically a digital fingerprint that says, hey, something happened at this time, to a full-on trust and evidence system. This new system creates a defensible, auditable record, we're going to call it an evidence packet, that proves what happened, who did it, and under what exact authority. It's a huge difference. Now, at the very heart of this new foundation is a piece called Secure Bank Box. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a digital safe deposit box, but instead of holding jewels, it holds legal truth. It's not just some cloud storage, it's a neutral vault for evidence, holding those unchangeable evidence packets and making every single action verifiable and totally ready for an audit or a court review. Okay, so now you've got this awesome, super secure vault for your evidence. What's the next logical step? Well, you've got to fill it, right? And you'd want to do that automatically. And that is where a tool like Delve enters the picture. So Delve is what they call an agentic compliance SaaS. What does that even mean? Well, just think of it like a team of little AI robot compliance officers working for you 24/7. They're constantly and automatically gathering all the proof you need for bug, serious audits. Things like screenshots, system settings, access logs, the whole shebang. And what's so smart about this is how the roles are split. Delve is all about providing the what, the raw evidence that proves you're compliant. But APPPROPRO provides the so what. It takes all that evidence, it wraps it in legal authority, and then it connects it to the final settlement. One provides the facts, the other gives those facts legal teeth. Okay, so we've got a system that creates and stores legally sound proof. Awesome. But now, how do you connect that to modern payment systems like crypto without taking on a mountain of regulatory risk? This is like a critical piece of the whole puzzle. The solution here is a really clever architectural decision, integrating with a regulated crypto custodian like Gemini. This lets the platform stick to its core design of being non-custodial. And why does that matter? Because if you hold client funds yourself, you're wading into a huge regulatory swamp. Instead, Gemini holds the client's crypto, and APPPROPRO just issues the governed, proof-backed instructions on where it should go. It's a clean, proof here, money there model. It keeps that compliance boundary nice and clear. But you might be wondering, what about weird non-standard crypto assets like raw mining rewards? They often come in this format called UTXO. Well, this workflow is the key to turning those raw claims into institutionally clean capital. First, they're documented as a property claim, not cash. Then, the user redeems them outside the platform, deposits the now standard crypto into their Gemini account, and only then can the platform safely use it for settlement. It's like a cleaning process for crypto. And of course, you can't have all this without some serious security. The system has these strict governance gates that are a lot like what you'd see in high finance. You've got destination allow listing to prevent fraud, a 7-day cooldown for any new payout addresses, cryptographic proof that the person getting paid actually controls their wallet, and even multi-person approvals for big transactions. So let's pull all these threads together. We've got a solid foundation of proof, we have automated evidence collection, and we have a safe, secure bridge to crypto settlement. Now let's see how all of these pieces work together to power a complete trust engine for a really common, real-world task. This comes together perfectly in an everyday example, like paying a doctor bill. Every single step, from just uploading the invoice to getting a final notary approval, generates a piece of evidence that gets locked away in that secure bank box. Then, when it's finally time to pay, the instruction is sent to Gemini to execute the payment, and a soul-bound token, which is basically a non-transferable digital receipt, is issued as the final permanent proof. This is the complete, fully auditable picture of what happened, from start to finish. So why does all this matter? The big takeaway is that this isn't just some tech update, it's a completely new architecture for trust. The result is you get faster audits, much safer crypto settlement, and truly defensible payouts that are backed by a complete chain of evidence. It's this kind of rock-solid infrastructure that makes powerful new tools like executive stipend cards even possible, because every dollar is tracked and accounted for inside a system of absolute verifiable proof. So, this new upgrade, it builds an incredibly powerful system for executing rules with verifiable proof. But it also leaves us with one final, pretty deep thought. As we build these automated systems where code basically becomes law, we always have to ask ourselves, who gets to decide when the law itself is wrong? It really highlights the essential role that human judgment will always have, even in a world of automated trust.